Hi everyone, I'm Trisnawati from Indonesia and I'm in charge with Group 6. So nice to see you again with me, and today I'm going to talk how to make a non-contact thermometer. Since this is a pandemic, so we need this non-contact thermometer. So let's check it out. A thermometer is a simple temperature measuring tool. So let's learn about how to assemble a non-contact thermometer and how the basic sensors used in a non-contact thermometer and how to coding a non-contact thermometer. So let's move on to the first, how to assemble a non-contact thermometer. So see in this picture, there is a MDF frame, battery case, 4-pin cable, and temperature sensor, and code board. Align the parts accurately and assemble without gaps by applying force by hand. If you feel that the cable is short, try again to fit the pieces correctly. So next, let's learn basic sensors used in non-contact thermometer. First, connect to CodeWiz. And then the second, let's look at the button sensor. The CodeWiz block is created only when the CodeWiz board is connected. You can control the button sensors. So the third, let's use the button sensor. Put a forever block to keep checking if the button is pressed. Write code so that the color of the wizard that changes when the left button is pressed. The change color effect and clear graphic effect blocks are located in the loops. To see the result on your computer's monitor, click the CodeWiz program block at the top of the code. Click the left button of CodeWiz to check the color of the head changing. And then let's get to know OLED. The CodeWiz board has an OLED. OLED is on the screen attached to the board. You can print text, figures, images, etc. The screen is 128 horizontal and 64 vertical. So let's use OLED. Before using OLED, be sure to put an initialization block. Put a variable block to keep checking if the button is pressed. The OLED control blocks are in the code list. So let's print a message in the OLED screen by changing the blank number at the OLED cursor position. Let's take a look at the non-contact thermometer sensor. Non-contact temperature sensor is a sensor that measures the temperature of an object's surface using infrared rays at a close distance. It measures the range of about minus 70 degrees Celsius to 380 degrees Celsius. So connect to the non-contact temperature sensor and code with using the SCON 4-pin connector. Pay attention to the part where the line is connected. Click the X menu on the menu bar to add a non-contact temperature sensor. Click the CodeWiz program block at the top of the code to see the result on your computer's monitor. Place an object near the non-contact temperature sensor to see if the temperature value output to the OLED changes. So let's write a code that prints the current temperature to the OLED every time the left button is pressed using the wait until block. So let's move on to learn a code non-contact thermometer. Initialize OLED and buzzer. Since it's a project that uses OLED and buzzer, put a block to initialize each sensor. And then next, printing a message telling you to press the left button on the OLED. Press the left button and wait until the left button is pressed to the measurement to take place. When the left button is pressed, it clears that the OLED and sounds a buzzer to prepare to measure the temperature. And then fourth, preparing for temperature measurement. And next, a non-contact temperature sensor can measure the temperature to more accurately when the object is within a certain distance. So put a code that waits until the distance from the object is less than 5 centimeters. And when the distance less than 5 centimeters, a buzzer sounds to indicate that the distance is getting closer. Okay, it must be uploaded for standalone use without a cable connections. If you have finished writing the code, click the Turn on Arduino mode menu in the Edit of Coding School 3. Upload button in the sketch window on the right to the upload code. Like this. And this is all the code. From the first to the end. So if an error occurs when uploading in Arduino mode, make sure your computer is Windows 10 and 64-bit. Arduino mode upload works when Windows 10 64-bit or higher. And if an error occurs even in Windows 6 in Windows 10 64-bit, please install the following file: esp32lib.exe. So, see, we finished with the finished temperature without cable connected. Okay, I think it's enough, and I do hope you will get more benefit from making this a non-contact thermometer, since this is very important in a pandemic like right now. Well, okay. Thank you so much. 감사합니다.